I hated that. I hated that. The reason is that's the only form of entertainment where we call out how fake something is. We don't do that with sitcoms, we don't do that with soap operas, we don't do that with porn. Right? Like, I know. Like, for real, I know wrestling's fake, I know porn is fake, but I'm still interested in the journey, alright? Like, I've never sat back and second-guessed the reality of porn and never been like, I'm not buying it. She doesn't look like his stepsister. Never seen that kind of love and kindness from my pizza delivery representative. I don't know. I got one more before I get out of here. I have, after the show, I have a couple different magnets for sale. They're whatever, either donation based or whatever you want to donate, I would love. They go to supporting my daughter's school, believe it or not. One is a magnet that says, we're all a joke to someone. And that just comes from my, inferiority complex. And then the other is a dick fist magnet. So, one works. I was a wimpy kid, and I still feel though that I had it easier than a lot of the kids today. I feel like they have it pretty hard growing up now. Like, for me, I feel like I grew up in the best possible time in human history because it was before the internet. Yeah. So just really quickly, clap it up if you grew up before the internet. Okay, if you didn't, if you grew up kind of after, my heart goes out to you because I do think it's a lot harder. That there's a lot of other challenges out there, but for me, it was pretty easy to keep me happy. I wanted two things growing up as a kid. Super simple. I wanted to stay up late, and I want to watch late night TV. That's it. And I'd have done most things to get those two things, but I only had one bargaining chip. I'm going to tell you what it is. It's embarrassing. I know it's embarrassing, but I'm going to tell you anyway. So to stay up late, I would scratch my mom's back. One mean person laughing, and then a couple sad awes. Yeah, that's the right response, though. That's perfect. But thank God for TV, all right? Because if TV didn't exist, it'd just been me scratching my mom like a cat post in the dark, right? But here's the thing. Before the internet, you didn't, back then, you only knew how you grew up, right? You didn't know how everybody else was growing up. It was just your world, right? So, scratching your mom's back to stay up late, that's how I thought every kid got to stay up late. So when my friend came into school one day, he's like, I stayed up till 3 a.m. last night. I was like, no shit. How'd you pull that off? You go chicken claw or sprinkle fingers? You get in there with little nasty nails and timid tips? Go up a little dueling dolphin, maybe a little elbow drill? How about a little spinal peekaboo? Maybe peanut butter dip? What was your finishing move? Cool breeze, tight squeeze? Hell yeah! Some of you are like, where the hell was your dad during all this? It's a good freaking question, you guys. He was across town scratching my grandma's back. I've been Mickey D. Y'all have a good night. Thank you.
He has a podcast. It's the Daddy-O podcast. Daddy-O. Y'all gonna have to get your energy up before I bring him up. Come on. He has a podcast. The Daddy-O podcast. He has a feature film out called Sweet Meat. Yes, put your hands together for Ricky Glore.
Hello, this mic is very low. It is very down there. How is everybody doing? My name is Ricky Glore, and I would like to get to know you. So the way that everybody who's sitting in the front row right now is just like, this is why I did not want to sit in the front row. Fuck. Someone just desperately whispered to their partner That is the battle cry of just like, yeah, I'll go to a show tonight. You guys in the front. When you guys found out that you could not pick your seats, were you jazzed that you got to sit on the precipice of the butthole of the stage? To just take all the first bits of shit that just come out, like right front and center. Like, did you guys talk about it on the way here? Yeah. That's fantastic. Please elaborate for the rest of the class.
I did not want to.
Yeah. What's your name, sir? Addison. But I lived in Chicago for 9 years. I lived up in the Boys Town area. And so the Addison Red Line. So as soon as you said that, it's so funny. Like, you hear a name like Addison and you're anywhere else in the United States, and you're like, that's a nice name. Like, have you ever heard of a prick named Addison? Unless it's played by like James Spader and it's 1987. That's the only time. Weird throwback reference. Addison, what is your name, sir? Brav. Okay. You said we're going to go to this show. Also, by a round of applause or noise, does anybody know who I am? Fair enough. The only thing that makes it okay is like there's not just like 4 of you. And like I look a little bit more worse for wears. And I'm just like, does anybody know who I am? Like the most existential question that I could possibly ask. Like if I'm sitting in the morning, like ask myself that question in a mirror, I'm like the new Joker movie, like who knows what kind of madness we're gonna tell them to. No, that's good. I don't know who any of you are. I know who Addison is now. And he's like, I don't want to sit in the front row, and things did not work out in his favor. Because here he is. Did you try to fight with him? And you were just like, look, we should not be penalized for being here early, and we have to sit.
I just let it happen.
I just let it happen. That's a good mentality. Go with the flow. I like that. Does everybody else concur on the rest of the jury duty? Go with the flow. Like, did they start from here and they work their way around? I know it looks like I'm taking a census. Like, this information matters, motherfucker, so give it to me. If I don't get it, my boss is gonna be pissed. Oh, I've been watching you guys already. I love people watching, and so they have a TV in the back that is of the camera from this way, so we are making stories about all y'all. I called you Parka and Shorty, because you're wearing shorts and you're wearing like, it's not a parka, but it's like that Chicago all year round jacket. Like I said, I know that because I lived here. I get it. Like I had a car the last year that I lived in Chicago, and I was talked into a car alarm. And like I said, I was living in Boys Town, like nothing too bad, nothing too rowdy over there. Pretty good area to live in, pretty safe. The car alarm, I was like, you want to get it because even if it's a loud enough noise, it spooks somebody else and they hear it and it scares away the car thief. I was just like, all right. I was like, can I change it? And like, what do you mean? I was like, like a ringtone. And they're like, well, what would you do? I'm like, well, you also not answered my question, can I do it? Now it seems like you're interested in this app that I've come up with. Change my car alarm. Now that's what I call car alarms. Kids, now that's what I call car alarm. But so I was like, can I put whatever I want? He's like, well, what would you do? I was like, well, I think people ignore car alarms. So I would not do like the wow, 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 like just that annoying, just the thing, you're just like, if you're sleeping, you cover a pillow over it, you're just like, steal it faster. Be better at your criminality. Did you go to a trade school for thievery? Step up your pussy, come on. Ryan Gosling that shit and get out of here. So I was like, I would put a really you go to a bar and it's karaoke night, like this stuff that you hear. They're like, I would put a Backstreet Boys song on it. So it's like late at night and someone's like busted into your car and they're like, you are my fire, the one desire, believe when I say so tell me why. So when the burglar is just like, oh shit, I gotta get out of here. Because people like walking through Boys Town are just all singing along. And I'm like, that asshole tried to steal that car. That reasonably priced 2016 Kia Forte. Because I heard that guy's moving back to Kentucky soon. To have a family, which brings me to my next part of the show. This is a brand new show. If anybody came here tonight that knew me, which we've already established, you did not. The saddest part of that question is, I don't know if you guys saw that we kept the back 2 rows empty because those were reserved for my family. So when I asked, does anybody know who I am? And no one? We sure do, buckaroo, because your family's here. You not knowing who I was, not knowing who I am, was not as much as devastating as the 2 rows worth of family members that did not show up. Do you need a hug? Don't ask it condescendingly. There's 3 ways I can hear that presented, that line being read, 2 of which I would accept. Like weird, like Eartha Kitt, like Jessica Rabbit, like Mae West, like does somebody need a hug? Like, I'd accept that, or I'd accept like, does somebody need a hug? Like, oh, it sounds like you need one. But not like, does somebody need a hug? You know what I mean? Nikki T was talking about like comedians are either bullied or the bullies. I was neither. I was an observer. And it was all television. It was all gravy because like the people who invested way too hard in high school were the classic like crash and burn. Like, you know how people in the 90s before Dale Earnhardt did it? Some of you were like, where the fuck is this going? Me too. I never watched NASCAR. I was from Kentucky. I have Aunt Debbie who fits her name exactly. I mean, she's not a snack cake, but she's just like the southernest Kentucky representation of whatever stereotype you're thinking of, drinking straight from a beer can, lady, and she's fantastic. What a loving woman. She's not here. How fucked up if the story turned into about her dying recently? And you just look like the biggest asshole. Because clearly I'm emotionally unstable right now. But the only time, I feel like people watch NASCAR to see a car accident. The only time I ever watched NASCAR was, again, in northern Kentucky. We had a 60-inch TV, which was the biggest fucking TV you're ever gonna get at that time, in a big wooden cabinet that had doors and was like a presentation. It was furniture and entertainment. Such a weird marketing concept. But we had the race on. Aunt Debbie was over at our house, and the race was on. And she's like, Ricky, you ever watch this NASCAR? I'm just like, no. Because again, Aunt Debbie has an accent that nobody else, the rest of our family has. She is so Kentucky. But I was like, no, I never have. And she's like, yeah, Dale Earnhardt's racing this race. And I was watching it, and then he slammed into the wall. I was like, is that supposed to happen? And she's like, no, not normally, that's not. supposed to, so like that is kind of the show that you guys are at tonight. At any point, I got a special coming out that I decided to burn 2/3 of material that I've been working on for like a year. Huh?
Is that by the notepad?
No, this isn't even a cheat sheet. This is real dumb stuff that you're gonna find out about here soon. And really be on board for, specifically you. Yeah. That you are, like, this isn't like a hidden, like, candid camera. Again, I watch, I'm sorry? Did someone say City Boy?
I said, oh, Sunny Boy, like I was your favorite.
Oh, yes, Sunny Boy, yes. You were trying to connect with me empathetically. And I'm just gonna say, that ship has sailed. So, I decided, comics, this goes weird. If you guys like any of the ridiculous nerdidry of nerdidry, that sounds like a George W. Bush word. We're seeing a lot of evidences of nerdidry around college campuses. Who knew that tonight would be the night that I could reach into my bag of low-hanging fruit impressions? That, like, if you can kind of do Frank Caliendo doing it, you can kind of do it. But I am a co-host of Daddy-O with Glenn Tickle. That is his real name. We're going to be back here in August. If you guys like the show, he'll be headlining. Our podcast is about one person. Maybe a family member showed up late. And then when I got in there, he was just complaining about none of us showing up. So now I feel obligated to clap and everything. But our podcast is talking about being dads and also being touring comedians and just exploring and talking about comedy in the most nerdy ways possible. And through that, I have decided that the internet weird thing of like, you should only share crowd work or you should really like not burn through material. I did a show that I don't think is ever going to be better than it was in front of these like 40 people in Columbus, Ohio. And a third of it was crowd work because there was this mulleted man named David who I watched talk to he didn't heckle, he talked to the other comedians as if he were at home in front of his TV. And it's that weird thing of as a comic, like, ooh, is this guy like dangerous? Is this guy drunk? Dangerous also falls under that. Or is this guy a gold mine? The other 2 out of 3 are way more likely than the gold mine. But when I got on stage, I started talking to David. These are out front if you want to grab one on the way out. There's a QR code to like and subscribe to the special before it drops in July. It's called Blessed, because he was wearing a heavy metal, like Christian rock band shirt that the back said blessed and had an angel, like a baby angel, like flying through lightning. And that's the mullet. It's a Jerry curled mullet. He was a dream. So I was thinking about it. I was like, well, I can clip this out. Like, I can post clips, but like nothing equals the magic of the full thing. And I know that sounds like a really poetic, like porn tagline. Like, nothing is truly as magical as the full thing. But so that, if you want to grab one of these, scan that QR code. So tonight is a brand new show minus a couple ideas of things here and there. But the first thing to get it started, I need to have you introduce yourself, and then if you're comfortable with it, come on stage. Yeah, okay, everybody. You use this, I'll talk loud.
Hi, everybody. I'm Valerie. Nice to meet you. I'm 1 year cancer free.
So like I said, this new show I'm working on is about like not only through you guys getting to know information about me, I also want to use this as find out like information about you. Almost like a weird like traveling talk show, like in your town tonight. And like you guys are what the most important thing is, because that's the one night that I'm here. Like Valerie isn't here tomorrow night, or
You
Valerie.
know what's really cool is you really can't see anybody from up here. So it's like you're a one-man
Sometimes
show.
I like it, sometimes I don't. Addison, I was just like, was he mad at me? Did he have like
Hey,
burnt,
Addison, nice to meet you.
Valerie's she's like, I'm gonna need some of this paycheck. So, Valerie is gonna ask me a list of questions, and then I'm gonna ask Valerie a list of questions. Okay.
Mike, it's our
Oh,
secret.
so, and you know what? I'm good to go.
I could have asked for this, so let's not put it on the beautiful people at the Comedy Plex Theater. I did not say I was going to do a bit where I would need 2 microphones on stage. This is completely on the fly, again. If you get anything, tonight's show is not going to be tomorrow night's show, so come back and join us. Okay, so Val, here is your list of questions.
Wait, I said Valerie, not Val.
Valerie, I'm sorry. I'm
I'm
really
just
sorry.
kidding.
No. My biggest fear was I was just like, I'm gonna pick Valerie. I'm gonna pick Valerie. I'm gonna pick Valerie. Hey, Valerie, do you want to come up here? And her just be like, no. But I could tell the vibe was just like, fuck yeah, I'm going up there. So you're gonna ask me all of these, and then I have a series of questions that
What
I'm
language
gonna
is this
ask
written
you.
in?
Sorry for my serial killer handwriting. All right, Valerie, whenever you're ready, ask me those questions.
All right. How you doing today?
That is not one of the questions. And I'm not looking for
What
a
is your
ghostwriter.
name?
I am doing great today. I will add, this is the first full family trip that we've done to a show ever. I have twin 1-year-old boys and a newly 6'6" daughter named Hannah, who turned 6 yesterday. This is the first week of my wife's summer vacation, who's a teacher, a special education teacher. And so I came to this show very excited to do a show for you, but waving at Poor Phil's, the restaurant outside, to 3 crying children. I was like, Daddy's gotta work. My name is, I'm Ricky Glore. Thank you guys for coming out here tonight. Having no idea who I was before coming, and then judging and deciding like a reality show if I deserve enough brain space in your head for beyond like a week. Like if someone's like, what'd you do last night? It's like, I saw Ricky Glore, or I went to a comedy show. Who was it? Ricky Glore. 3 days later, they're like, what'd you do this week? I'm like, I don't know, did we go out? We did something. We used that weekend to our benefit, I'm sure. Sorry, yes. That's what this is gonna be. This is not a, no.
So ASL stands for something.
ASL.
Yeah.
Do you remember what ASL stands for? Wow, what a weird reference to bring up, Valerie, of your questions that I did not write for you. Do you remember what ASL stands for?
AS.
Yeah, does anybody know what ASL stands for?
American Sign Language.
Oh my God. Yeah, no, you're not wrong. Gosh, you guys just wrote a joke and you don't even know it. Age, sex, location. Do we have any American onliners? No? I'm only 39. He's lying. What was your username in AOL chat rooms? AOL. Big Johnson Brown. To answer your question, not my question that I wrote for you. My age is 39. I turned 40 in October. I think that's why I'm having a lot of these dumb, weird, like midlife, like not big midlife things, but just being like, who am I? Do you know who I am? Because I'm asking that myself in like tiny
Where do you
violins.
see yourself in 5 years?
Yeah. Sex, I'm a cis male, married to a lady, heterosexual. Location, currently, I told people like how I lie about where I'm from, and I say Cincinnati, where I'm really from Northern Kentucky. When I told people where I was going this weekend, I'm like, I'm doing shows in Chicago, when I knew I was lying. I mean, Oak Park, like, come on. Like, you guys, it's the bougie version of college drunk people food. It's like, those people got rich and moved in here, and you're like, you know what, I love Waffle House. No. We have the Breakfast House. And it's all the breakfasts. And then, but then it's not the IHOP, and it's not the Waffle House, it's the Crepes Couture, or something fucking French. And you guys all saying that at the same time just sounded like Japanese animation. And I was like, doing so, yes. Location, Northern Kentucky, even though I lie about it.
All right. So boredom or chaos?
Ooh, boredom or chaos. It's so weird that you are asking me questions of things that I struggle with. Like, is it being 1 year for your cancer? It's you got special powers.
It's literally today is when you're.
That is so amazing. Not to judge you, but I would have not come and seen Ricky Glore. I hope this is.
You were a party man.
I am a party man. Okay, that's what I'm trying to build. Like, I'm not gonna Burt Kreischer this. Like, I'm gonna put on more clothes. The next time I see them, they might be a vest. Yeah. But thank you for coming for this.
Thank you.
Yes. Boredom or chaos? I think chaos. I think like I don't like being bored and will start doing chaotic things where then like if you can manage chaos, then you can enjoy the small things.
So I should probably step a little bit.
I'm not chaotic, I don't think, but I think I thrive in chaotic. Like I said, I run a circus. Like when you have twin 1-year-old boys and a 6-year-old daughter, it's always a circus. It's about how quick you could put up the tent, how quick you could take down that tent and get out of town. Because they're chasing you, because you all have been sent by the devil, and like you're in the Dust Bowl times. So many weird references. Remember when I made that James Spader reference, and you're like, I wonder if that's as far back as she'll go. Dust Bowl. He's keeping track. You also look like the guy that's in a horror movie, like The Prophet of German. Well, like the kids come into town and they're just like, who's that? Like, that's Crazy Larry. And he just goes, Dust Bowl is coming. But you guys, like, you don't look, like you don't look Texas Chainsaw Deliverance.
He has some John Luke Picard going on.
Yeah, he's like, so have you guys ever wondered what it would sound like if John Luke Picard, Patrick Stewart, karaoke'd Vanilla Ice's Ice Ice Baby? And it's weird that you didn't write that down as a question. Stop! Collaborate and listen. Ice is back with a brand new invention. Something this team is awfully doing me through dilly and dally. What it is, I don't know, but make it so. It's not a great one, but like, it's a weird one.
Alright.
I can't, like, impressions. My wife, we had a hard and fast rule. It's just like no voices in bed. I was like, I don't make monkeys, I train them. I know you are, but what my friends is. R.I.P. Struggling with that. All of this tonight that you're seeing, the reason the special's going out, you can hear it on Daddy, me just unraveling, but like in a fine, healthy way. Like, don't worry, Valerie, it's not gonna be like, and I have bombs attached to me. But like, I saw the Pee Wee Herman as himself documentary. I was a big Paul Rubens Pee Wee Herman fan growing up as a kid, and it made me question of just like, man, maybe you don't have, like, we're gonna call this stand-up. Some people tonight, they're just like, that wasn't what I was expecting.
Why am I standing up and you're sitting down?
Daddy's got bad knees. Papa's got bad knees. But I was like, I want to start playing with this and trying to be the best, funniest version of myself. And I don't think that's necessarily in the conventions of just standing up here and talking to you all. What's the next insightful question, Ru?
Well, let's see here. Favorite color?
Red. Does that go with chaos?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
My brother's a psychiatrist. It does.
You see here.
Oh, that's a set list of days of old.
You see a butterfly.
Yes, always. Is that weirder?
It's weird.
Yeah.
Favorite
You're like, no, that's a
audience
vagina.
member.
That's a picture of a vagina. You should not be seeing a butterfly.
Favorite audience member? That would be me, right?
It is currently a tie between Addison and Valerie. Because I know the admitting that you're just like, I don't want to, like, this is the last fucking thing I want to do. It's being incorporated. Like, can you imagine doing this bullshit right now that Valerie is doing?
You totally set this up. I'm getting
And it
residual
would have
payment.
been, yeah, it would have been. This is not a plan. This is, or is it? And what's the possibly last question? Oh, yeah.
What question you have? Whatever question you have. Whatever question I have. Okay.
Whatever question that I did not write that list, whatever, you're reminding yourself, like, whatever question you have, Valerie, wing it.
Really?
Yeah, whatever you want, whatever you're thinking right now.
Favorite sports team? Baseball.
I weirdly do love baseball because I'm from Cincinnati, and my dad played minor league Reds ball club. Yeah, he had a Pete Rose story where he was. This is like my dad in the minor leagues of baseball was like the Forrest Gump of baseball. He was like 5'7", already had shattered ankles, was too small to be a catcher, but they were looking to bring him on as a backup for Johnny Bench. This is the most my dad has been talked about in a stand-up show ever. And he didn't show up, so fuck him. Well, he's gonna
Coming
watch.
up here, Dad. I know you're here.
He's gonna watch this and be like, I would have come. I wasn't invited. But like it wasn't gonna happen. But like him giving the opportunity is pretty cool. So somebody he did pal with was Philly's Mike Schmidt, and so they kind of became friends. And the day that Pete Rose came through, my dad, who kind of like a timid guy, like went up to Pete Rose. Is like, Pete. He's just like, my name's Rick Glore. I'm a junior. I will always go by Ricky. Like, to go by Rick sounds like you're somebody's stepdad. Like, even if you're not. Like, every stepdad is named Rick. Or Dwayne. Or Bill. Like, those are, if you're gonna pick one. But so, like, my dad goes up to Pete Rose and he's just like, hey, Pete, I'm from Cincinnati and I'm trying to make the ball club. And Pete just was just like, and just walked away, which is fine. That's not like the biggest, dickiest thing that like, that's not like sleeping with a teenager, which he did. Like that's the worst thing. It's not like betting on baseball and getting a lifetime ban and the baseball being like, and taking it away after you're dead. Like that's, but Mike Schmidt said to my dad, he's like, love Pete Rose the ball player, hate Pete Rose the man. And it was just like, oh, what a good thing. Favorite ball team, Cincinnati Reds. Like, when I have the Bengals and I have the Reds. I've never been into the Bengals. The dumb who day statement, which is that their catchphrase, sounds too much like get her done. And I'm just like, nope, I don't like who day. Reds, ride or die. Valerie, thank you for asking me those questions. I have a series of questions for you.
She needs a stool.
Free places here.
Yeah, okay.
Let's go.
Hey, who's stage managing this? No, that's already like
Bachelor number one.
I have a weird fear that I have a condescending sounding voice because my wife tells me I do. No, she says you have a tone. And I'm like, what is that, like an A sharp? And she's like, that's part of the tone. And I'm like,
Yeah.
that's part of the magic, baby, and I wink. But see, now I don't have anything to like put my knee on and like this. My chivalry has fucked me. I'm gonna ask you from here. So this is gonna be weird. This is gonna be like a chorus line, like audition. All right, we know your name is Val. Thank you so much. Everybody give it up. Sorry for this guy. Larry, give it up for, wait. Is it really Larry? Okay, I got you crazy Larry. I was like, did I nail that? And just, Okay, thank you. Now you're up for the runnings of one of my new favorite audience members. Keep up with that, buddy, and one day you'll be assistant. Valerie, what is your favorite dance move?
Wow. How about the moonwalk?
Oh, okay. Are you able to do any of that without falling on the stage and suing Comedy PLEX?
Let's see. I don't know.
We got you on footage. Agreeing to
Am
that.
I getting filmed here? Really?
Yeah. Always being filmed. That's pretty good. Okay. Valerie, what is the last holiday you celebrated?
The anniversary of my cancer surgery.
Hell yeah! Cancer anniversary.
And I'm here to talk about it.
I'm so glad. This could not have worked out better. I'm not being condescending. Dude, it just sounds like could not have worked out better. Next question. I'm being genuine. Favorite color, Valerie? What is your favorite? No, sorry. No. What word would you use to describe your work ethic? Not favorite color, which would have been way more simple.
Work ethic. Get her done. Yeah.
Are you trying to do a callback, or you got a genuine answer, Valerie? Are you trying to be funnier than the comedian that you paid for?
Well, that's what you're giving me
Well,
credit
hopefully
for.
somebody bought her tickets. That'd be weird. Be like, happy 1 year, buy your own entertainment.
Am I not succeeding?
No, you are.
Okay, good.
I should have paid. I'm making you do all the work. So one word, like what would you use to describe your work ethic? Like, are you like very astute? Are you very on top of things? Are you a procrastinator?
Detailed.
Detail. See, Valerie, that's why we like you here at the company. Okay, detailed. Favorite color. Now we're to it.
Green.
Green. That's a great one. That's my brother Eric's favorite color. Something you buy at a grocery store.
Uh-oh. I have a feeling this is going to come back and bite me in the ass.
The thing from the grocery store? Man, is that a horror movie? I guess like Return of the Killer Tomatoes or something like that. Yeah.
Grocery store. Favorite thing to buy in grocery store? Klondike bars.
Ooh, Klondike bars. Hell yeah. You deserve it. What would you do for a Klondike bar?
Sit up here on the stage.
Oh no, the worst thing I have to do is to give you already that free postcard for my special and a Blu-ray copy of Sweetmeats. We have no Klondike bars. Okay, part of your body that you most recently hurt.
Oh. That's personal.
I can write that.
Skip.
No, I can write that. Future Ricky. That's crazy.
That's part of the gig, right?
And it's written in my handwriting, so it must be law-abiding. That's too personal. We'll see how that works. That's too personal, man. Eighth, an emotion. Just any emotion.
Name an emotion?
Yeah.
Relieved?
Yeah. I'm really annoyed with you right now. No, excited.
Excited. That's a good one. Excitement is good. I mean, the same thing could be said of someone who's like being chased by like Michael Myers. Just like, I'm so excited. Like,
How about love?
How about love?
I'll stick with excited.
Excited for love.
I'm excited for you, babe.
Something, this is a weirder one. Is there anything like a colloquialism or just like a weird edification, like anything that you say daily that's like almost like your catchphrase?
What do I tell you, babe? Give yourself grace.
Yes.
Give yourself grace.
Good.
Give yourself grace. Okay.
Not a girl, babe. I'm just saying.
Yes. Most annoying sound to you. We're almost done. Thank you guys so much for your patience.
Nails on a chalkboard.
Nails on a chalkboard. Okay. We are cooking with fire here. or Greece.
Sorry.
You only have to apologize for yourself. I didn't see it. If you have a tattoo, where is it?
Wow. I got personal, I'm just saying.
I can remember.
No, it's just kidding. I have an ankle tattoo.
An ankle tattoo. What is it?
An iris, a flower.
Cool. So, my wife has the dove, like the bird of peace or whatever, on her foot. She loves Fleetwood Mac, and so like she talked about this really pivotal time when her and her mom went to a Fleetwood Mac concert before she went away to college, and they cried during Songbird, Chrissy McVie's Songbird, and so for a good, 10 years of our relationship, I was like, you know, in your tattoo that you got after that moment that you had with your mom, it's the Songbird, and she's like, it's just a generic dove. And I was drunk one night. Yeah, and I was just like, peace, and I was like, you should tell my story. And it's ankle tattoo, and what is it? I'm sorry?
The flower, it's an iris.
Iris.
With a
And
heart
I
on it.
don't want to love the same. That song's called Iris, Goo Goo Dolls, look it up. How would you describe Brussels sprouts?
Disgusting. Sorry, y'all.
It's
That's one vegetable I won't
it's
eat.
usually a 50-50. That's an interesting response. And when I say usually, this is the first time I've ever done this. Name of your first crush that you can remember. Doesn't have to be a real person, just the first person you're vibing.
Mike, of course.
Mike, of course.
Chris. I'm sorry, Mike.
It's him. I just had to scratch through it. But like,
Yeah, scratch off Mike. I'm just saying.
is it Chris?
Chris.
Do you remember Chris? Do you remember Chris's last name? Or
I
does
do,
that
but
seem-
I'm not gonna share it with you.
What's the first initial of his last name?
P.
Chris P. I love it. Chris Pine.
Chris
Man, you guys believe this? Chris Pine. Valerie left Chris Pine, one of the main Chris's in Hollywood right now, and she's here at the Comedy Plus for Mike. Who's like, say love, and she's like, hard pass, Mike. Hard pass.
Sorry, Mike, but
Everybody, give a big round of applause for Valerie. I will take back my notepad. Thank you. That was awesome. Keep it going for Valerie. She deserves way much more. Valerie, what are you drinking? Valerie, what are you drinking?
red wine. Want to give me another glass?
Red wine.
Yes, can we get a glass of red wine on me for Valerie? Last call. Oh, you can only get one glass. I mean, bottle might be too much. I want to be responsible here. Oh, Valerie, not only do you get the Blu-ray begrudgingly, I'm sure, and that free postcard that's out there anyway, I'm giving you
A free pen.
a free pen. From when I lived in Chicago and one of the shows I produced called Babysitter Massacre 78, the musical. I'm not saying I'm super happy. I'm a little guilty because usually when I go and do shows, my family's proximity isn't like 2 blocks away. And I didn't see it as leaving. Like I said, we have a circus, and my daughter is now 666. We're hoping that things get better. Like, you know, that anti-bullying, like things get better. Like as her parent, we're like, we hope things get better because our child abuses us at home. We were talking about like kids, like being like, you gotta be better than your parents. Like, I think we're the worst and the best of our parents. So like my daughter Anna is diagnosed ADHD, and that comes from me. Like, I was a kid of the 90s who was properly prescribed Ritalin, and when I say Ritalin, I mean my Kentucky parents were too cheap to pay for Ritalin, and they got the off-brand version of Ritalin, which it worked just as well at half the cost, or is that what they told me when I took it? I was one of the properly prescribed kids. Like, I played baseball, and my dad was my coach, and I remember when the Ritalin craze, like 96, like 95, 96 came in. It was so weird because there were parents who hated being parents who put their kids on Ritalin and they were zombies. Like, I was appropriately prescribed. It kept me from trying to Tommy Hawk chop down my door growing up.
Holy shit.
Before even that, the doctor said, have you tried any coping mechanisms? He's like, sometimes a song works. And I was like, I love that he thinks ADHD kids can fucking remember a song or have the patience for a verse chorus set up. And he's like, it goes like this. And this is what I remember of it. It's like, ADD works for me. I look at you and then I'll squirrel. So I was prescribed. And so our daughter Anna, when it got to like the end of like my daughter's in the best like predicament for this, my wife is a special ed teacher and works with kids with IEPs, and so like we have a safe space for her, we have a calm down area, we have all of, if you can say it's like, well that sounds like some hippy dippy bullshit. I don't care. When you were like,
It fucking works.
when you're changing your hairline yourself, it's just not time. There's some things you need to do, and you get to medication, it's finding that right cocktail. But here's the thing is, Anna is the best and the worst of us. The best, hopefully, is her knack for humor and making people feel genuinely safe and uncomfortable. Wait, is that what I've been doing tonight? So sorry. Please do not write a review. Was that somebody's safe phone call that they sat there just like, call me in an hour, he's not off stage. I'll use it as an excuse. Oh, babysitter, sorry. Ricky Glore was that? I have to. This is an improv phone. This is a sketch phone. That's what I learned at Second City in Iowa. Anna, though, is never met a stranger, just like very, very funny. There's a reason why there's the show Kids Say the Darndest Things. Like, she does. Election season, we're in Northern Kentucky walking along. Anna doesn't know my wife and I's political beliefs. You guys won't either, by the way I tell this. I don't care, like we have ours, just don't care. So I'm not a political comedian because I think political comedians are way better at it and they're smarter than I am, so leave it to them. I wear this suit because I decide to wear a mustache, and I gotta fight the Kentucky somehow. I was doing a show in Michigan. Here's talking about ADHD chasing rabbits. I was doing a show in Michigan, and after the show, someone came up to me, and they're like, you have suits in Kentucky? And like, again, tone of voice, because also being a comedian, it's like mind to mouth, like immediately. Like my avatar inside my head on the slip and slide that's like going down my mouth. It's just like, say the first thing you think of, whee! And I was like, yay! And I'm happy when I say it too, but then I have to witness the repercussions. Usually, 90% of the time, it's my wife on the other end of that. And I'm not just like, and I'm Ricky Glore, good night, bye. Where do I leave tonight? I'm in Chicago, not Oak Park. But, so the wee moment, I was just like, no, they don't have suits in Kentucky. I bought this as soon as we crossed the state line into Ohio. We went into a Kohl's and I got the first thing that fit. And the guy just was like, yeah, that's what I thought. That's awesome. Like I didn't know that I had a dryness, like a dry comedy. That's something that I'm realizing that I have now as a parent, because you have to fight showing every feeling you have on your face. You become, like, parents would probably be really good poker players, except for when you're doing well in poker, that's something to be happy for, and that's not the same as being a parent. Because it's more hiding all the tired and the anger and the aggression that you're just like, they're so small, they don't know, it will get better.
My daughter, on the other hand, it's election season, and we're walking by these houses in northern Kentucky in our neighborhood. And I didn't realize she had stopped a few clicks before me. And when I realized it, I turned, and she was standing fixated on a house. And I was just like, hey, Anna, like, you okay? And she goes, those in the grass, what are those? And I was like, oh, those are election signs for the upcoming election. Those are people running for public office, and you know, it's government, it's political. And she was just like, are they free? And I was just like, from that yard, please do not run into that yard. We're in northern Kentucky. Hillbilly come out and be like, not my lawn! 5-year-old, never see 666. I felt threatened. And I was like, me too, every day, but you don't know her, so you don't get to shoot her. But I was like, yeah, they're free, but like, you have to go to like the office of the person running, and like you get them because you're going to support that candidate. It's free advertising. Because that's just how we talk to our daughter. It's just kind of matter of factly. We try to say sometimes 2 words that mean the same thing, so it gives them the context of what you're saying. And she was just like, okay. How about those flags hanging on the porch? And like, again, I'm not going to tell you who was on the flags. But it was, one half of the flag was a picture of Jesus, like this. And the other half of the flag was one of the, I mean, I guess you could throw in the independent parties, one of the candidates of president, running for president, on the other half of that flag, doing the same pose, but like looking identical, like mirrored image, like skin tone and everything.
So gross.
But they had those flags hanging from their porch, and she goes, how about those? Are those free? And I was like, no. I was just like, what, you want to decorate your room in like weirdly specific 2024 election design? And I was like, no. And she's like, well, how much are they? And I was just like, Jesus fucking Christ. When is like, is this our walk home now? Like, how high up does this go? Like, we get home and say, Daddy won't let me have election signs and flags, and I have opinions and feelings. And he stifles my choice as a 5-year-old woman. It's my body, my choice, my pick. But like, it's not that, but it's like the 5-year-old version of that. It's like the questions that it's just like, so why not? It's just, oh my God, because I said so. And so she's like, are those free? I was like, no. And she's like, well, how much do they cost? I'm just like, no idea. Like, has anybody here bought one of those from a gas station? Like, I don't, from a Sunoco off like a Route 27 or like whatever. It costs you all of you, but it costs you